everybody. Happy 999 portal. My name is Katarina with Lovelies Path. I'm an Akashic record reader, an energy practitioner, as well as a cosmic channeler. So today is the 999 portal, and I felt really called to film on the exact day due to energy upgrades that I felt I was going to receive for this transmission as we are on here today. And as I am tapping in for the 999 portal, it is a large Arcturian-esque portal. I connect deeply with the Arcturians as well as many other cosmic beings. But in this particular portal, the 999 portal connects deeply with Arcturians because Arcturians are a analytical and mental civilization, meaning that they help you upgrade the mental cycles, the changes that are going on within you that you may not be able to put your finger on, but that you are understanding, you are letting go of, because numerology says that 9 represents the end to new beginnings. We are closing a chapter and opening another one. So with the 999 portal, there's so much to offer to yourself during this time. I recommend, if you haven't already, as I will be posting this at the end of the day for the 999 portal, to do something that creates cleanliness in your mind, in your space, such as moving things around in your room, setting a to-do list, creating a schedule, creating a calendar. These are all pieces that are very important for the 999 portal because we have to make room for the change. The change is upon us energetically. You may feel as if you are able to not reenact reactions that you are used to at this time. For example, if you tend to get easily angered, easily irritated, there will be support during this time to be a much more patient, calm person. There also may be, some of you may feel like you're reenacting a cycle because you are meant to be shown that you are capable of relinquishing the cycle that you have been following for the last 3 years. This 3-year period is very important for the 999 portal, meaning 3 years leading up to this portal date are very significant because you are walking away from the version of yourself that you were 3 years ago, or the version of yourself that you have walked upon that has been affected by some date, some challenge that happened 3 years ago. And now you are understanding that you can ascend the trauma, you can ascend the challenges, and you can ascend the idea that you have to accept breadcrumb, that you have to accept a lesser part of a large offering that the universe has to offer you, meaning you at times may feel as if you don't allow yourself to receive the full capacity of what this life has to offer you. And this is no more. This is you letting that go, breaking up with that part of yourself. So I will also say there is a large breaking up energy here, meaning you are breaking up with the past version of yourself. You are also breaking up with ideas that made you feel as if you had to change in order to love yourself, meaning you had to wait until you looked a certain way, until you were a certain way in order to love yourself, and you are relinquishing conditions upon that love for yourself. And this is a much more centered in self portal as opposed to relationships, because we are the main characters in our story. We are the lens that affects our life. So we have to first work on ourselves before we can truly engage in a healthier way with others, meaning we have to create the healthy, harmonious relationship with ourselves. It's all about the self for this 999 portal. I see not as much relationships being in the spotlight at this time. And if you feel as if you're wanting healing for relationships during this time, set that intention, and that will more happen on the energetic field, on the astral plane, as some call it, as opposed to you having direct conversations on the day of the 999 portal. And that will last for some time, for the up until September 21st, which is a partial solar eclipse. So we had a lunar eclipse, and now it's interesting how we are entering a solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse, so close together. And this also means that there will be things that people may try to hide from you that will not be contained, that will come to the surface. And this will be a more relational aspect during the September 21st new moon, which is a partial solar eclipse. So there are relationships that may need time to uncover the truth about them, time to uncover people's intentions as well as your intentions towards relationships that already exist as opposed to new ones. So if you have long term relationships that you will start to question towards that date, there will be a highlight during that time, and you will walk away from that relationship understanding where is it that you lie in the relationship and where is it that the other person lies. So that is something to prepare for. That is something to just be aware of in your energetic field. In addition to these pieces, the 999 portal is giving us time to look within. So by the time we enter November, by the time we enter October, which is a slightly more communal time, meaning we will have more connection with others, there will be a more balanced, harmonious vibration that we will carry. So I also want to offer this piece regarding the role that people play and what role do we play. So sometimes we may see those who we don't feel are as engaged in life, as present to their life, and then there are others where we feel they are taking a lot of control over their life. They're wanting to white knuckle their decisions, under control every aspect of their life. So if you are one way or the other, it's very important to find harmony. And also I want to talk about how do we achieve that harmony, and what does the timeline look like? It takes time. We can have small breakthroughs throughout the year, small breakthroughs around portal times, and we're not going to wake up one day and be completely different than where we were yesterday, but our mentality can change rapidly, and that will plant seeds in an overall change. But understand that true change takes time, takes years. And so if you are currently wishing the change was faster, understand that true change, true lasting change is going to take time, as opposed to, last month I was this and this month I'm completely different, but I'm still facing these negative thought patterns that I had last month, but I'm able to counteract them with more self-love, more self-awareness. That is the change that we're talking about, as opposed to sometimes I do feel like there are expectations regarding portals in terms of, as soon as 999 is over, the next day I'm just gonna feel completely different. I wouldn't say that that is a good expectation or a healthy expectation to have, but instead having no expectations and setting an intention for how you want to feel, because Change is also setting the intention and centering our emotion and understanding that if last week we felt this emotion, and this week we felt this emotion, there was some change, and our emotion can be an indicator of whether there was a shift or not. For some of us, maybe we were very anxious last week, and this week we are more centered, meaning that we are coming back to a certain practice, or maybe it's vice versa, and our emotions are simply indicators for where we are going and where we may need to be going, where our soul is calling us. So the 999 portal also talks a lot about envisioning a future for ourselves, but also being willing to let that future go, such as I am setting the intention of X, whatever that is, and then we let it go. We don't obsess over it, we don't ruminate over it, we just simply let it go and we set our intentions, and we know that we sowed the seeds of our garden soon to grow. So that is also regarding the 999 portal. As we are shifting towards the end of the day of the 999 portal, you may be more focused on just simply trying to engage in a more peaceful state. And also, the following 3 days are going to offer opportunities for you to react differently to situations. And I just keep getting that picking up a book at this time, listening to an audio recording that is in alignment with where you want to go would be very beneficial for you. And that is also going to give you ideas for your business or ideas in terms of moving forward in your overall life. So I really recommend try something new. Delve into a topic you normally wouldn't, because that's going to offer certain wisdom for you. With the 3 days afterwards, which leads up to Friday, there is also this call to start getting back to a more structured life if you feel as if things have been very chaotic. Fall in general, this portal is opening us up into fall in general, as the autumn equinox is around the 21st or so, depending on where you live and reside. So at the end of the week, you are going to get ideas in terms of how to create more structure in your life. Maybe you're going to start researching recipes to make every week. Maybe it's you are getting into a certain structure of how often you want to move your body every week, or how often you want to check in with loved ones, or how much time do you want to attribute to career, family, and personal. So these are also going to be ideas and things to explore regarding how are you using your time? Are you using your time efficiently? Are you honoring the cycles of your body, whether it's telling you to slow down and speed up? Overall, for those in the northern hemisphere, we are being called to slow down, to not be more intentional with our movement, be a little bit more slow with the way we carry out our life, because we have to honor the cycles that Gaia, Mother Earth, offers us. And throughout the month after we enter autumn equinox, there also is this feeling that we will be presented with outings, meaning we will be presented with events. We will also be presented with opportunities to be comfortable with others around us. For example, if you tend to prefer to be alone, you may be presented with a community event that will make you help you understand that you can feel comfortable in your skin, regardless of whether you are solitary or whether you are with others. And that is a growth aspect in itself, is understanding that when we are comfortable, regardless of the environment that we are in, when we are ourselves, regardless of the environment that we are in, we are able to master our sense of self, but we are also able to show others that they they can also show up in their most authentic vibration. Those are the pieces that I have to offer you regarding what to expect on an energetic level. There are stones and crystals I want to offer you to work with during the following days after the portal and all the way until the end of September. One is Lodolite slash shamanic dream quartz, because there is a cording theme throughout this month, cutting cords of ancestral karma, anything we have taken on from our family, and Lodolite slash shamanic dream quartz does a really great job at assisting in those pieces. Second is Andara. For those who are not aware of what Andara is an otherworldly crystal, I like to call it, because its elements are tested not to be of this world, and cosmic beings have left it here for us to work with. And for those who already have Andara and work with it daily, I recommend setting the intention to show aid it, have it help you and aid in your purpose, finding your purpose. What is one thing that Andara can offer you to help you get closer to your purpose? That could be something simple, even if it's unconnected, such as what if it tells you or offers medicine of we need to be outside more, we need to walk more. That is something that's getting closer to your purpose, because it could be a vibrational blockage and frequency blockage within you that only the being outside can offer to you. The third crystal I have to offer you all is, I'm thinking of the crystal and it has a lot to do with the dream state. And I am also actually, the reason why the dream state is so important during this time, and it always is important to pay attention to our dreams, but our dreams are going to help cleanse anything that we are letting go of. So some clients of mine have mentioned they have been having dreams of either past loved ones or people they haven't contacted in a long time, or people who are have that are from the past contacting you physically. So that is also something to be aware of, and there is the importance of using the K2 stone is something that will help you navigate the dream state in a way that amplifies any lingering challenge you may have had with somebody in the past, and challenge that person may have had with you. And also the K2 stone is very important for in digestion and regulating nervous system. So those are a couple of crystals I really recommend to work with during this time if you have one or the other or all three. And also on a dietary health perspective, I don't see too much in terms of what you could add, but one thing that's coming through is rosemary. Not a lot of people know that you can burn rosemary as a way to clear your house or your environment or yourself, because rosemary is interchangeable with sage or palo santo or incense. So if we burn rosemary, that is calling in healing, supportive maternal energy to us. So I recommend burning some rosemary, or you can also put it in a diffuser if you like diffusing, or putting it in a candle and burning it that way. So working with rosemary during this time, because this time also connects with the Greek goddess Demeter. Demeter is about sowing seeds. She is the goddess of harvest, of growth. And so this is also in balance with Persephone, her daughter, who is, some could say, the goddess of death, meaning doesn't she is the yin to the, or shall I say, she's the yang to her mother's yin. Her mother, although they're both female, Persephone has more of a masculine aspect, whereas Demeter has a feminine aspect. So keeping these two goddesses in mind during this time, especially because Demeter tends to come during this time of growth, of inner growth, inner wisdom, exploring our Akashic records and any karma, lingering karma, trauma, or attachment that we have to let go of, and what is it that we are tapping, what book are we tapping into in our records in the library of our soul. So working with Demeter and Persephone to balance whatever's being let go of, what is it that you're calling in, because we can have a lot of death, a lot of change, a lot of letting go of, and if we're not intentional in terms of what we call into our space, it can feel chaotic at the time, and it can feel at times hopeless because we are not aware of what is to come. But when we have an idea of what we want, we it gives us hope and it gives us a guiding light. So those are two goddesses I offer during this time, and cosmically are connecting with the Arcturian species. The Arcturian species are a starseed collective, I like to call them. They are a star cosmic community, a high vibrational teachers that are here to help you understand and guide you through breakthroughs in your mind, to help you be a more loving human, but also understand that you are a multi-dimensional soul. You are not just human, but instead you are a soul, and you are human, and you are living on other dimensions. There are other existing planes that you exist on. And when you create and merge all of these dimensions within you, you are able to have compassion for everybody on this earth, because you are able to understand that we are all one. And the actions that we may see as unsavory or unfavorable from others are maybe actions that we may be completing on other dimensions, or that we have done in other lifetimes. So when we have compassion for ourselves and mistakes, quote unquote mistakes, or poor decision making that we may have done in past lives in other dimensions, we're able to offer that kindness and love and forgiveness to others alongside us. And that is what creates an ascension. That is what creates a high vibrational earth. So I will leave you with those pieces. I send a lot of love to you all, and I look forward to the next video.